Hello there and welcome to this joint mobilization sequence. Just a nice kind of short practice that should try and cover every joint in the body. Well, we'll do our best anyway. Works on both a physical level and also an energetic level as well. So physically, of course, we know that joints, we want to keep them mobile, we want to keep them moving, and as we age in particular, or if we don't use them sufficiently, we will get stiffer, tighter, lose our range of movement. Similarly, in traditional Chinese medicine and Chinese philosophy, the joints themselves in the body are seen as sometimes described as gateways. Think of a gateway for the chi, for the energy of the body to flow through. So if we've got an injury or tightness or maybe a swollen knee or a dodgy hip or something, these are seen as not only physically limiting in that we might be injured or not be able to move them or might be painful, but also energetically in interrupting the smooth flow of energy around the body. So let's get going. You don't need any props, you don't need a yoga mat. As long as you've just got space to kind of stretch your arms out, then you'll be fine. And this is a great practice to do maybe in the morning when you wake up, or before doing some exercise. You know, if you're going to go out for a run, this is really great to do as well. Or if you just haven't got time to do anything else, this is just a really nice way. You know, if you've been at work and you sat at your desk for quite a long time, this is a really nice easy routine to get into, just to kind of break up the monotony of the body being stuck in one position for extended periods of time. Okay, so we're going to start at the bottom with the feet. So just take a step back with one foot. If you need to hold on to something for balance, feel free to do that. And then you're just going to make some circles with your heel. Now it might feel like a little bit of a weird movement. It's not necessarily one we do kind of, day-to-day life. If you want, you can roll over your toes as well and get all the toe joints involved as well. So just check in with the toes, check in with the foot, the ankle. Notice how they're feeling. And then reverse. So if you're doing this yourself, kind of doing your own routine, maybe do like a dozen rotations one way and then the other. Just kind of see what kind of numbers work for you really. But just taking your time, exploring how the body is feeling. And when that side is done, give it a little shake out, stand back down, and then step back with the other foot. And then again, start those heel circles. So you can keep just the ball of the foot on the floor, or you can start to roll over the toes themselves and see how that feels. Again, go gently. If you've got any old injuries, any old broken toes, you might notice them. So just taking your time here, and if you want to hold on to the furniture as well for balance, feel free to do that. When we're mobilizing joints, you might get clunks, clicks, totally normal. Reverse, change direction as well, remember to do that. Quite often forget to do that while I'm talking. So yeah, remember to go in the opposite direction as well. Often when we change direction, it might feel a little bit weird, just because it's not our habitual way of moving. And when you feel like you're kind of done on that side, give it a little shake out. You don't have to do exactly the same number on each side, because sometimes it might feel nicer to do one side more than the other. Bring your feet together, so your big toes are together, but you've got a little gap in between your heels. Bend your knees, make upside down L shapes with your hands, and just put them over the knees, and just begin to circle into the knees. Now you can bend the knees as much as you like. So some of you might want to stay quite high, some of you might want to come quite low. So just sort of see what feels good. Take your time. Now because we've got the feet together, we've got a smaller kind of base for our balance. So again, might feel a little bit wobbly. So take your time. Try and kind of smooth it out. And then the next time you come through into center, then reverse. So then begin to go in the opposite direction. It's kind of always interesting to notice which is our favourite direction to start. That can give us a lot of clues about the habitual movements that we make. Obviously, whether we're right-handed or left-handed will have a difference, but we all have just habits, habitual shapes, habitual patterns that our body makes. So just taking your time here, easing in. And again, when you feel like you're kind of done in both directions, come back into center and then straighten up. Take the feet a little bit wider than the shoulders. Bring your hands onto your hips. Think of a figure of 8 on its side and begin to make a figure of 8 shape with the hips. And just let the rest of the body follow on. Now, when we're kind of trying to mobilize the joints, we're thinking about this flow of chi, this flow of energy. Really see if you can kind of smooth the movements out as you're trying to describe this figure of 8 with the hips. Try and make it as smooth as you can. Quite often we'll find there's little sticky points, or we might find one part of the movement we want to do a little bit quicker or a little bit slower. So see if you can begin to smooth it out. Ease your way through the movement. Then when you want to change direction, if you do a big half circle, and then you can reverse and go the other way. So again, not going to be our favorite direction. We'll have automatically chosen our first direction because that's probably the one that will feel easiest. So when you change direction, be curious, notice, kind of just inquire of your body how it is. These big joints of the hips, biggest joint in the body, big groups of muscles surrounding them. And if we sit a lot, hips can become very stiff. If we've got a job, for example, where we have to sit down at a computer, or if we do a lot of driving. So yeah, check in and see how they are. And then slowing that down, coming back into center. Bring the feet back in a little bit, relax the arms at the sides. Make sure you've got space to reach your arms out to the sides. All we're going to do is turn at the waist. So just rotating at the waist. Let the arms be really kind of relaxed. Shoulders are heavy. Elbows, wrists and hands are relaxed. When you're rotating like this, you can either keep just looking straight ahead. Some people like to turn their heads when they do this. Other people find that maybe makes them a little bit dizzy. So yeah, just decide what feels best for you. Your hands can just gently thump on your body. So just noticing your kind of range of motion here, particularly with rotation. So the spine, we know, can move in 6 directions. We can fold forwards, we can bend backwards, we can go to one side and the other, and also we can rotate in each direction as well. But rotation is probably one of the movements we make least often in our kind of day-to-day lives. A lot of any kind of rotation or twisting really, just doesn't kind of happen. We're very sort of forward-looking as people, as humans, and also very forward-looking in a lot of our movements as well. So rotation is just a really nice one to do when you've got the time. Okay, let's just begin to slow that down and let the arms just come to rest at the side of the body. Thinking again about the movement of the spine, bring this hand so it's palm down and this hand so it's palm up above your head. We're going to do some sideways movements, so just a little bit of softness in the knees. Good job. And then just really nice and easy, this top elbow is going to come up as I just ease over. Coming back through into center, we're going to extend the arms out to the sides. You could bring your breath in here as well, so you can inhale and then exhale. Just take your time. Going the other way, so breathing in and then exhaling, palm goes up, palm goes down, lift the top elbow. Inhaling as you open, exhaling to ease over. Check that you're not kind of leaning forwards when you lift that top arm. So you might not go very far, you might just be here. Okay, but we're just going to making sure that we're not kind of doing this. Okay, so keeping the chest nice and open, going right the way over, easing from one direction to the other. Moving with the breath if that feels good for you. We're going to do one more in this direction. Lateral movement of the spine, thinking of all the vertebra. Last one in this direction, opening the arms up. And then let the hands come down at the sides. And just bring your little fingers together. Draw the hands in towards the body, back so the hands come together. And then extend the arms out in front of you. And then reverse. So just thinking about the wrists, elbows, shoulders. Just noticing how they are. You can do this slowly, you can do it quickly, entirely up to you. So just really noticing how all the joints of the arms are this morning. No, it's not even morning actually. It's actually evening when I'm recording this, but let's say today. So noticing how all the joints of the arms are today, wherever you happen to be in your day. Next time the arms are extended, leave them there, interlace the fingers, and then just circling into the rests, and then reverse. So it'll feel a bit weird because we're going in our least favorite direction. And then, for those of you who I teach regularly, you know what I'm going to say. Stop, look at your hands. Now interlace your fingers the wrong way, and then circle again. It'll feel weird. And then reverse, double weird. Okay, so try to smooth it out if you can, thinking about this smooth flow of energy through the joints. Nice, and then release and give them a shake out. We're going to bring the feet back underneath the head. Bring the arms out to a right angles, okay? So the elbows are bent. Palms facing forwards. I've just turned sideways on, and we're going to draw the elbows back so you feel like the front of the shoulders are getting wider. Now we're not doing any crazy back bending here, we're not dropping the head back. All we're going to do is think about the front of the shoulders getting wider, draw the elbows back. You might want to inhale, you could look up if you like, and then as you exhale you're going to bring the arms out in front, turn the thumbs down to roll through the shoulders, so we're rotating through the shoulders. So we're going to inhale, draw them out, draw the elbows back, maybe look up if we like. Exhale, roll through the shoulders, thumbs down, and then even turn the thumbs out a little bit. We're then going to add in a nice little bend in the legs as well. So as the hands come forwards, you can bend into the knees, drop the head in between the arms, and then as you inhale, straighten up, open up, lift up, draw the elbows back, maybe lift the gaze. You might want to exhale as you dive down, imagine you're diving into a swimming pool, and then inhaling, opening up, lifting, lengthening, drawing the elbows back. So alternating between these two shapes, bending into the knees as much as feels good for you right now. So exhaling down, inhaling up, opening across the front of the chest, rolling through the shoulders as you come down. Breathing in as you lift, breathing out as you lower. We're going to do one more, so inhaling up, exhaling down. Good job, and then last time, inhale, open up, and then let the hands come down at the sides. We're going to turn the head and just look over the shoulder. Notice how the neck is. Think about the vertebra in the neck. And then very slowly begin to drop the chin down to that shoulder, all the way down into the center. Then keep going. Take it across towards the other shoulder. And then again, drop the shoulder. We're tracing a half circle with the chin all the way down. And then across to the other shoulder. You might want to breathe out as you do this semicircle with the chin coming up to the other side, then inhaling, and then on the exhale retracing that semicircle all the way down. Inhaling up the other side. Just going to do one more in this direction. So coming all the way down. Coming back up. And then coming back down, last semicircle. Coming to look over the shoulder. And then coming back through into center. Just a little bit more work on the neck. If you interlace your fingers behind you and bring them to this side of your waist, and you'll see that this shoulder has dropped. So you're going to tilt your head away from that direction of the dropped shoulder. And you'll notice you get this, really nice kind of lengthening out down the side of the neck here. So all the muscles that are supporting the weight of the head and the vertebra of the neck. Sometimes it's nice to just slowly drop the chin and then gently just lift it whilst keeping your head tilted. So just see how that feels. If it feels good, feel free to keep doing it. And then when you're ready, head in neutral position. Inhale, bring it back up, relax the arms down, maybe give the shoulders a little bit of movement. And then interlace the fingers again, and then take them over to this side. So this shoulder is going to drop, so the head is going to tilt away from that shoulder. Again, just kind of, notice how that is. And again, be curious. So if you want to put in a little bit of movement whilst your head is tilted, feel free to do that. So perhaps slowly lifting the chin or gently tucking the chin down whilst the head is tilted. Just taking your time, again, just being interested. And then again, when you feel that that side has had enough, bring the head back to neutral. Release the hands, and again, give the shoulders a little bit of movement. And then just give everything a good shake out. So shake out the hands, shake out the arms, shake out the legs. And then it's really nice just to kind of bounce on the heels a little bit, just releasing any tension in the body. And then just bringing the feet underneath the hips, bringing the hands onto the lower belly. Maybe just pause here for a moment. Just check in with yourself. Just notice how everything is. You might want to soften or close the eyes. Just notice your breathing. Notice how you're feeling. Thinking about the physical effect of your practice of mobilizing the joints. Also thinking about this energetic aspect as well, this flowing of chi through the body and the gateways represented by the joints. Just enjoying a few more rounds of breath here in your own time, just letting the breath move through the body. And then when you're ready, opening the eyes, if they were closed, releasing the hands. Just bringing a little bit of movement back in. Your joint mobilization is complete. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.